It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading may apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we are going to get started. I do hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. Real quick, guys, I did a reading earlier today, like around noon or something like that. And I was getting multiple messages, okay? Like it was two different concepts to that reading. And I gave you all the overall concept of the reading about a group of individuals who have gotten in trouble with the law and different things like that or whatever. But the other thing that I was picking up, there has been either this has just happened or it's about to happen, okay, guys? There's a group of children that have come up missing, and they've been kidnapped and they have been trafficked, okay? And in the reading I did earlier, I said that when I come back to do another reading today that I was going to look more into it. So that's what I'm doing now, guys, okay? So anyway, long story short, after I did that reading earlier, I ended up laying back down and I fell asleep, y'all, okay? And so I had this dream. It was a trip because I'm not really sure what this place was. I couldn't really tell what this place was. At first, it seems like maybe something with hospitality, maybe like some type of facility, somewhere, okay? Because it was like I seen somebody like cleaning something looked really dirty and needed to be cleaned. And somebody in my dream was like, sent for somebody that, just does the cleaning with that to come and clean something or whatever. And so a lot of other things happen, okay? But to get to the part at the end, okay? So it's like I'm standing there. It's almost like I was like, like projected to where this was, okay? So a girl came in and she says, I need two more. And there was another lady that says, here, take this one. And the girl that said, I need two more, she was holding something like a paper or a clipboard or something. She came in, she said, I need two more. And there was another lady that was like, here, take this one. And it was then that I seen this kid, because I couldn't see the kid that was in there at first until the girl said, until the girl said, I need two more. And the other girl said, here, take this one. Because as soon as she said that, and she grabbed the girl, this little girl started screaming to the top of her lungs. She did not want to go, okay? And it pissed me off. Hold on, guys. It pissed me off, and in the dream, I ended up either snatching whatever the one chick who said I need two more had in her hand to see what the paper said or the clipboard said. And it was something, I kid you not, it said River City or River, it either said River City, River Water, River Lake, something like that or whatever. Where I'm from, I've never heard of that, but somehow I knew what it was in the dream. And I said, this is a swimming pool, like, okay? And so I got the feeling all of a sudden in the dream. So the whole time I'm seeing this, I snatched this from this girl because it was like she was saying that she needed two more kids. And the one chick was like, here, take this one. And it tripped me out because it was more than one thing that tripped me out. So when I grabbed the thing from the girl, it said something that it was like either River City, River Water, or River Lake, something like that or whatever. Wherever this is in the dream, I knew where it is because I was like, this is a pool. This is a swimming pool. or whatever. And then I'm trying to make sense of what's happening in the dream. So I'm like, all of a sudden in the dream, it was like I began to like daydream within the dream that I was already in, because I'm thinking of this. And then all of a sudden it was like I seen like this either bus load or van load of kids who looked like they were going on a field trip. Okay. And obviously, and we know school is out for summer right now, for most of these kids. Okay. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is some type of, daycare program, summer program, or something. You know how they take them on different trips and different things. They're going to the swimming pool. You know, they have different things like that. My daughter used to do stuff like that. I would let her sometimes or whatever. They might go skating, they might go swimming, they might go bowling, you know, stuff like that or whatever. So I'm like this, but and then I go back to the girl, because this little girl was screaming bloody murder. And whoever this little girl was like, toddler age. She couldn't have been no more. She was somewhere between 3 and 5, okay, because she was a little something. And she was screaming bloody murder. But what the whole thing pissed me off, because the one chick was like, here, take this one, and just snatched up the girl. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, they're going on a field trip to a pool. This girl she was like fully dressed. Okay, like she had on some pants, and it seems like a long sleeve shirt, and I'm tripping in the dream, because I'm like, it's hot as fuck outside. Why is she dressed like this? But then in the dream, before I woke up, I said, because the girl was screaming and crying so bad, it was like hurting my feelings in a way. Like I almost wanted to cry, like within the dream. And I said, no, don't make her do something she don't want to do. And then I woke up. Okay, but this girl was like being taken. These kids that have been took, they wasn't just abducted like somebody came in and grabbed up these kids somewhere. They were given away by whoever they were with. And it may be a different scenario, like these kids might have been at home, they might have been at a daycare center, they may have been at some type of summer program or what have you. Wherever they were at, because you know sometimes things come across in a dream, like you may see somebody in a house, but in reality it might be in a church, or you know, another type of building, or like you may see somebody at a swimming pool, and in reality when the dream play out, it actually happens, say, down at the lake or something like that or whatever. Sometimes things can switch up in dreams like that or whatever. Like sometimes you can see somebody who's a woman and it turn out it might be a man when it actually play out in real life or whatever. So y'all, this was a lucid dream. I was pissed off because I'm standing here, I'm like in the room with these people, and I'm seeing everything that's going on, and I hate the feeling of these dreams, but I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference when people are talking to me and interacting with me in the dream. I know that they can see me too, okay, in the dream or whatever. When it's just like I'm standing in the room, they don't see me, but I see everything that's going on. So it's like I've projected somewhere or teleported somewhere, like however you want to look at it or whatever. And I'm standing there and I'm pissed off because wherever this is, they've done this before. The one chick comes in, and then it was a trip, because wherever it's at, it was like, before all of that happened, it was almost like I was seeing some type of workers of some kind, like hospitality, housekeeping, janitorial, persons like that. But then I couldn't figure out, then why would kids be there? If you know what I'm saying, if it was a job like that or something like that. But you know, when you went into like a facility and stuff like that, they have to like clean up and different things like that. So it's, you know, it's possible, but it pissed me off because all of that went on, all of that happened, and I didn't sense the girl sitting there, because she was sitting there quiet. She wasn't even visible. She couldn't even be seen until the girl was like, I need 2 more. And it was like she was telling the other lady, hey, I need 2 more kids. or whatever. And so the one little girl was sitting there. She said she snatched her up. I didn't like how she snatched her up, because just like she snatched her up by the front of her shirt and just, here, take this one. And immediately, as soon as she did this girl was sitting there quiet and everything. And immediately, as soon as that woman did that, this girl, I'm talking about screaming bloody murder. Okay, she did not want to go, and that pissed me off the most, that I end up yelling in the dream. And I believe that when I yelled in the dream, I possibly could have like shaken them up, or they could have seen me or something, because all of a sudden I was like beamed out the dream or something, and I woke up, and I was so pissed off. But I can remember everything very vividly, because I said, no, don't make her do something she don't want to do. Because the girl was clearly, I'm telling you, this wasn't whining. You know what I'm saying? When you have kids, you know what they cries mean, okay? They sound a certain way, like they crying is crying, but they cry a certain way when they sick and don't feel good. They cry a certain way when they wet and need to be changed. They cry a certain way when they hungry. They cry a certain way when they irritated, when somebody has hurt them or something. The cry, it's a cry, but it all sounds different. At least it does to me. And my child wasn't no whining child. She wasn't no whining baby at all. Like when she was born, she didn't cry. Like even when the doctor spanked her on her bottom, she let out one little and that was it. And I'm like, everything you just sent me through all this pain, that's all you gonna give me. But she wasn't a whining child. I can't stand it. Almost like it hurts my soul when I hear a baby cry, because something is wrong. Even if it's just something simple, something is wrong. They want something, they need something, even if there's nothing more than just love and attention or affection, or either they're hungry or they're sick, either they don't feel good, either they're wet and they need to be changed. Something is wrong. You understand what I'm saying? When the kids cry. And so I can't stand it when a kid cry for a long period of time, but when a kid is screaming to the top of their lungs, they are like really frightened, really scared. Somebody's really hurting them. Something is really wrong. And this is how this, and it was a little girl. I could tell it was a little girl. And she was screaming to the top of her lungs. It was like she knew something from the moment that woman grabbed her up and said, here, you can take this one. And just like literally handed this girl over. But it was like they had done this before. And then I was beginning to feel like, well, is this some type of facility where kids are, like a daycare, or even if it was at somebody's home, they got multiple kids or whatever? Because somebody came in and was just like, I need 2 more. The chick came in and I was like, and then I was pissed off because this is women doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this type of shit, you automatically think filthy, nasty, evil, decrepit, wicked ass men on some sinister shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all would be surprised as to how many women get a whole lot of young kids and young girls and teens and shit, like set them up to be trafficked, to be pimped out. Like I was literally looking at a thing that came across my news the other week, and this chick just been arrested for human trafficking and some more shit. She had been abducted. She had coerced and abducted like this girl who was like, I can't believe how they either said she was 13 or 15. Okay, but she had like took her to a whole nother city, posted her up, pimping her out, and all kinds of shit was going on. And I'm like, damn, this was a chick that was doing this. And I'm like, this is wild. It is wild out here. Like, seriously, the way this shit is going, y'all. But that pissed me off. But like when I said no, don't, because I went to like try to block her from, taking the girl, because when I said that, she was like forcibly trying to like either put on the girl's coat or a shirt or a jacket or something. And then I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm like, it's hot as fuck outside. Like, where are they? Like, you know what I'm saying? It pissed me off. But soon as I yelled in the dream and I said, no, don't make her do something she don't want to do, I woke up. So that can tie into what's going on here. The bottom line is, what I know for a fact, these kids wasn't just taken by some sneaker creeper in a molester van prowling neighborhoods looking for kids and snatched them up at the playground or something. These kids that was taken, they was given away by their parents, by their babysitters, by whoever they was with at the time when they went missing. I'm telling you. Okay, guys, so Anyway, we're going to look into this. I've pulled some messages. I started off with some of the cards that I had earlier, um, where I seen this happening. So we have the Three of Cups here. This lets me know that there is a group of children here, okay? I feel like if you watch the reading that I did earlier, I said that there was 3, and then I said there was 7 or 8 that was in this particular vehicle, okay? I feel like there was 3 that was taken from the same location somewhere, okay? But it's a total of them, like 7 or 8 of them that ended up in the same vehicle being trafficked at one time here. We have the 8 of Swords here. This lets me know that this group of children, they're being held hostage, okay? They're stuck, they're restricted, they're unable to move. If you look at this card here, this person's got their hands behind their back. They got some type of rope or tie around their arms, their feet. They got a blindfold on in here on this card here. With the 9 of Swords here, these children are in mental conflict, okay? They're in anguish. They're miserable while going through this here, okay? They were betrayed by people that they should have been able to trust. These children were. This is straight up betrayal. It's disloyalty here, okay? We have the 5 of Wands here. The 5 of Wands lets me know that there are several people who are involved with these children that have been taken here. The 5 of Wands talks about competition, okay, but it talks about a lot of other things as well. There's a group of individuals here. And if you look at this card in particular, do you see how these are all women? Every last one of them that's got one of these wands here, these are all women. All these children, 3 of them came from the same location. The other children, I'm not sure where they come from, but I can see in the vehicle that it's like 7 or 8 of them, okay? They all were willingly given up by women, okay? They were betrayed. So this group of children, they were abducted here. The 7 of Swords talks about thefts. It talks about manipulation. It talks about deception. It talks about sneaking and creeping around. It talks about somebody trying to get away with something here. Okay? You see how this person, they got all of these swords here in their hand. They're looking back. They're looking over their shoulder here. There was 2 that left. Or there's something that happened to 2 of them. Okay, but this person was able to get away with a whole group of them. And they were trafficked with the Chariot card here. They were thrown in this vehicle here and they were trafficked. This Chariot sits right up under the 8 of Swords. Okay, with the 4 of Swords here, remember I said something happened to a couple of them. Some of them ended up hurt in some type of way. However they ended up hurt, You see how this person is laid out here? Looks dead or practically dead here. Something happened to some of them. We have the 3 of Coins here. This was a collaboration here. There was 3 people. I feel like there's 3 traffickers. These individuals are working together, collaborated together for the purposes of money. They get some type of compensation for these children here, but also the persons, the ones that's actually doing the trafficking are getting paid, as well as the ones who gave them up are getting paid here. Okay, because we got another 5 here. This 5 of Pentacles sit up under the 5 of Wands. These children were abandoned by the people that they were with. They were actually abandoned and neglected on purpose. That's why they were taken. We're not talking about some stranger just creeping up and snatching up somebody's child when they wasn't looking or paying attention. These children were given away by people close to them. People that they should have been able to trust, whether this was parents, whether this was babysitters, whether this was other family members, whoever. They were purposely abandoned and neglected. Okay? And this was all done for the purposes of money here. Okay? That's what's going on here, y'all. Okay. So, let me see how I want to do this. We have surrender here. These children were surrendered. Okay? This says, I can release the need to control. These children were surrendered. They were given up purposefully. Period. Point blank. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Remember, I told you that once these children were kidnapped, they're being held hostage while they're being trafficked here. Something happened to some of them. There was a death here. Another thing that I got is these children were taken for different reasons. Some of them were taken to be sold into or for sex trafficking. Some of them were taken to be killed for their organs or something here. But something happened, okay, with some of them. There was some type of death here, okay? Now this death is either here because something happened to some of them and they ended up dying while they were being taken, unless somebody had already, done something awful to them and killed them in the process, okay? But this could also be the fact that some of these children were taken on purpose for them to be sacrificed. Okay? The next card we have here is indecision. Okay? There was some type of indecision about something here. But this indecision, this is like the Two of Swords card. Somebody went to the crossroads. Somebody sold a soul. Okay? Because where there is indecision, even when a person can be indecisive, at some point in time, they make a decision. Okay? We have fear here. These children are in fear. They're scared to death. That's why they're in mental conflict, because they have been betrayed. They were betrayed by people who are supposed to love them and care about them and protect them and nurture them. That's why the fear is here. Now we have worry here. This is here on the people who gave them up in the first place. They're worried. For whatever reason, they got some type of worry. Are they going to get caught up? Are they going to be found out? Whatever they're worried about, okay? There's some type of regret here now, though, okay? Because so maybe somebody got caught up. Maybe something happened, especially if one or two of these children did end up dying or something here. There's some type of regret. This is here on Seven of Swords here, okay? So somebody is now regretting that they stole these children and trafficked them or something, but there's some type of regret that has set in to somebody here, okay? Maybe that's where this worry is stemming from. Maybe they're worried and in regret now that they might get caught up for this, okay? Because now they're feeling some type of guilt here, okay? But what's done is done. They're already trafficking these children here. They've already taken off with them. They're already in the process, in movement with these children, okay? Something changed, though. I feel like this worry also has to do with this death here, okay? Because there was a death of one of them, something changed here. One of these kids ended up getting hurt. They may have already had a pre-existing condition, especially if they, may have had some type of disability. They should have had their medications, or, this could be anything as simple as asthma or something else or whatever, or somebody actually being too rough with them, or, having their way with them, however that may be, and end up hurting them, and they died, okay? But something has changed, okay? Perhaps whoever these traffickers are working for specifically asked for a certain amount of children at a certain amount of time in an effort for them to get a certain amount of money. But if a couple came up dead or something like that before they got them to their destination, this could be where this worry and this regret, this guilt is coming from here. But something has changed here. And this sits here on the Four of Swords. And that's because somebody got injured, somebody got hurt, somebody died. We got grief here. This sits here on the Three of Pentacles. This sits here on the three traffickers. Now there's some type of grief amongst these individuals here, okay? Because of what's going on, okay? Perhaps whoever they're working for got them in grief here, okay? Maybe they didn't follow orders or instructions like they told them to or whatever, but there's some type of grief here. But we got judgment here. What's done is done. A judgment or a decision has been made pertaining to the situation here, okay? Hopefully this judgment may be them getting caught up or apprehended in the process of trying to traffic these children here. Perhaps somebody seen something. Maybe somebody said something. Because this is a large amount of kids. 3 of these children went missing from the same place, wherever that was. Whether this was at home, a daycare center, some type of summer program, or something. 3 of these children went missing from the same location. The other children that I picked up, like the other 5 children, wherever they came from, I don't know where they came from. Because see, the group of children that I'm seeing here who have been taken, who were given away and abducted, I'm picking up on their story and what happened to them. But I can see once getting to the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, in this vehicle that they're in, there's already like 4 or 5 other children in that vehicle that was taken from somewhere else. I don't know where they was taken from, but I can clearly see there's like 4 or 5 other children in that vehicle. Taken from wherever they were taken from. So it's like a total, it's like 7 or either 8 of these kids in this vehicle that's being shipped at one time, and they're in some type of, they're either in a van or they're in an SUV. These children were surrendered. They were giving up because of some type of commitment here. This talks about some type of binding contract that somebody is in. We have stubbornness here. These are the children. Remember I told you about the little girl who was screaming to the top of her lungs, who was resisting, who didn't want to go? That may have been a one. Somebody may have ended up hitting this child, knocking her down, doing something. But some type of death occurred. And because there was a death to 1 or 2 of these children here, this might have messed up their money. This might have pissed off, whoever the handlers are, whoever they were supposed to be getting these, trafficking these children to. That's the reason why you got worry, regret, guilt, change, grief here, and judgment here, okay? Because perhaps whoever they're working for, whoever they was doing this for, whoever they were supposed to be getting a compensation for, may have went off on them, may have told them that they, wasn't going to give them this, that, and the other unless they was going to deliver this. Because when the one girl came in, it was like, I need 2 more. It was almost seemed like an urgency. It almost seemed like, you know what I'm saying? You know how people be when they be like hitting licks? You know what I'm saying? Somebody doing, the type of person that's doing whatever there is they're doing, whether they're stealing or this or that or the other, so they can get some drugs and they can get some money, so they can get this, that, and the other, whatever. Like how people be when they be hitting licks. This is how the urgency was when the girl came in and told the other girl, I need 2 more. And the other chick just grabbed up the one girl, little girl that was sitting there, was like, here, take this one. And that scene of the dream pissed me off. I almost wanted to say movie, but I've never seen such a fucking awful thing in a movie before. So I know it's not a freaking movie unless it's being the hell created. Because that scene pissed me off so much, I didn't go around the rest of the place to see anything else. Were there any other kids in the same place or whatever else? But I specifically remember this chick coming in and saying, I need 2 more. And that whole thing. But with the stubbornness here, this is talking about these kids. It's talking about them resisting, fighting back here. Okay? One of these children, one or more of these children, there's something with death here. These children are frightened, depression, phobia, paranoid here. That's how these children are looking here. They're scared. They're dealing with anxieties and stress, depression, because of what they're going through. To clarify the Ten of Swords, didn't I tell you that they were betrayed by people close to them that knew them well? We got readiness here. They was ready, set, go. They do this type of shit. This says preparation, prompt, arrangement. An arrangement had already been made because of their prior commitment of whatever binding contract they are in. Clarify the Five of Wands with worry. Here we have mask. You see how many people are involved? And they're all wearing a mask. That means they're hiding their true self. This says deception, pretending. What is this? Inconstancy? Okay. These are people who are fake, phony, fraudulent, untrue, liars, cheaters, deceivers, manipulators, con artists. They're wearing masks. They're not who they appear to be. So these are the type of people who could be like the little sweet lady right down the street. Back in the day when we came up, there used to be little sweet candy ladies in the neighborhood who would sell candies and chips and freeze pops and pickles and all that shit. This could be the daycare worker. This could be the neighborhood babysitter. They're wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be. Because these people allow children to be, they allow children to be abused, molested, abused, abducted, and all other type of shit. Robbery on the Seven of Swords here. These children were stolen. This says exploitation and caution, unfairness. These children were stolen by these bullies who are trafficking them. Embarrassment, gossip, unwillingness. They're bullies. Now, the actual traffickers could have been men. But do you see these women here? These were women who gave up these kids, who allowed these kids to be taken by whoever the hell they were taken by. We have accident here. This says danger, caution, injury. I told you one of these children ended up getting hurt severely. They could have succumbed to their injuries and ended up dying. That's the reason why something changed here. This is sitting here on change. Three of coins here. Three of pentacles. They had a goal that they were trying to reach. They needed a certain amount of children. 26 is on this card here. Whoever they're working for was either asking for 26 children or 2 to 6 children. I told you 3 was taken from one location. And I see 4 or 5 others that's in this van or SUV. They're trying to reach some type of goal. They need to have this many children abducted from various different areas or wherever for them to get this money. This says purpose. They had a purpose for doing what they're doing. Why? Because an expectation is what is expected of them. And they also have a destination. Okay? That's the reason why grief is here. Worry is here. Okay? Because some of these children ended up getting hurt in the process. Some of these children ended up dying in the process. See, it's awful as these things that be happening to them. That the heavy hitters, the big buyers, they don't want no damaged goods. The more damaged the goods, the least that they can sell them for. Then we got the luck card here. This check right here says $10,000. Somebody could have received $10,000. For the younger the children, the more money they get. This says jackpot, fortune, reward. This is what they do it for. Money. This is why these children were abandoned. They were abandoned and neglected on purpose. Left out in the cold on purpose. These children were betrayed on purpose. I know it may be hard for y'all to believe. But I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of children. I tell y'all all the time, there's more than 800,000 children who go missing every single year. And you don't even hear about all of them. But the ones that makes mainstream media news and gets global attention and all those shits, you better pay attention to those. Because 9 times out of 10, their parents was in on their children coming up missing. And they got a fat ass payout. Sounds fucked up, but I'm trying to tell you it's the truth. Because they all sellouts. And they in the pockets of the satanic damn powers that be. All you got to do is follow the money. Scratch a lie, find a thief. That's what's going on here, guys. And check this out. At the bottom of the deck, we got family. Didn't I just tell you? The family of these children are in on it for a payout. See these kids? So no matter where these kids came up missing from, whether it was at home, whether it was at a daycare center, whether it was at a summer program, or wherever the hell they were, the families are in on it. They were set up to be sacrificed. We got the 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This talks about conflict here. This conflict was caused on purpose. The bottom of this deck, we have abundance. This is what they do it for, money. Abundance. Okay? Before I get into any other messages, I pulled these, okay? So we have travel, moving away, relocation trips. This lets you know they're being trafficked. We have betrayal here. These children were betrayed. This talks about disloyalty, manipulation, lying, bad juju, deceivers, two-faced, gossip, and backstabbers. We have human organ harvester traffickers here. I told you some of these children were abducted. Somebody wants their organs. So they're going to be killed for their organs. Others of them are going to be used for sex slaves. They're going to be sold into sex slavery. We've got satanic sellouts. These individuals are sellouts. They sold out to the satanic powers that be. Spirits say this is an inside job, setup, plots, plans, schemes, evil crooks, shady individuals, several people in on it. Human traffickers here. Abductors, kidnappers. We got midnight here, something going on late at night, at midnight. The devil in disguise. Bad vibes all around. I got both van and SUV here. These children were in some type of van or either a SUV, Spirit is saying. Somebody turned their back on you. Okay? These people, the people that these children were with turned their back on these kids. This is all for greed, Spirit is saying. Your mama's side of the family. These kids' mamas are in on it. Sold these babies out on purpose for money. Pure evil. These kids' mama's side of the family is pure evil, Spirit is saying. They're evildoers in disguise. You are being used for money. These kids are being used for money. Bad people with bad intentions. Satanic ritual abuse. And I got two. I was done pulling these cards here, but I got your daddy's side of the family, and I got fiery anger. Whoever these kids' fathers are, they are mad as hell about these kids coming up missing. They mad as hell. And may cause a real big problem because these kids' mamas and the mama side, these kids' mama side of the family, they are all in on these shits or these kids coming up missing. But these kids that's got fathers, whether they got good fathers or not. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys out here. They deadbeat daddies. They might be sorry and deadbeat daddies. But they got love for the kids. They hear something happen to the kids, they be mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? They might be sorry. They might not pay child support. They may not be around all the time. They might be thugs and gangsters and you know, whatever they call themselves. But they happen to hear something through the grapevine about the kids. They're liable to be mad as hell. I don't know whether these kids got good fathers or bad fathers to the hell or not that was actually in their life. But this says your mama's side of the family, it says pure evil. they're evil in disguise. And the mama side of the family is the ones who's using these kids for money. They're bad people with bad intentions and allow these kids to be satanically, ritualistically abused. These kids, daddy side of the family, they mad as hell. They outraged about these kids coming up missing. So obviously, these fathers wasn't there when these kids came up missing. Whether their fathers live in the home with them or not. Okay? These are children that we're talking about here. Spirit, what other messages? What other messages, Spirit? Family room. This is families. These kids' family are in on this. Yeah. Main females here. False person. I'm telling you, it's women who I literally seen women, y'all, in that dream, handing these kids over, even asking another woman for these kids. I need 2 more. Here, take this one. These was women. Family room. Main female, false person, they fake, phony, fraudulent, untrue, lying, cheating, deceiving, manipulating, two-faced, backstabbing, con artists, betrayers, deceivers, wearing a mask, not who they appear to be. They Jezebels, they demons, they incubus, they succubus. Okay? This was done for a wealthy man here. Wealthy men, wealthy women, I mean, you know, whoever. Okay? Yeah, look at this. These family gave these children up as a gift. They gave them away. Look at this person's hand with this gift box in it. They gave these children away. Gave them away. Theft. Look at this. You see this woman and this man luring this child away? So it's on purpose. Somebody is sending concern. This is what the man could be sending concern here. Somebody is sending concern. This concern sit up under this wealthy man, and this concern sit right next to this theft here, okay? And a distant horizon, there could be some people being imprisoned over this situation, this very situation that I'm talking to you about. I see house here. These children may be found in some type of mansion or some type of house or wherever the hell they at. They might be found somewhere. One or more of these children died. I believe it was one. It may have been more that got injured or passed away. Either the child got injured and passed away, or this child may have had a pre-existing condition and was supposed to be taking medicine and maybe didn't get that medicine and could have passed away for not having that medicine here. Okay? I don't know if that when this child died, they just threw this child to the curb, you know, dumped them off somewhere or whatever, but that child's body might be found. And it might be the very thing that cracked this, you know, the rest of this open. Okay? But these individuals did this for unexpected income. For money. For money. This is what this was done for. This is what this was done for. These children were trafficked. They were trafficked. And I don't know, is this wealthy man worried about these children that's been abducted and concerned about these children that's been abducted, if they're going to get to their destination, if they're going to get trafficked to their destination here? That community at the bottom of the deck. This could be happening in a community near you. This is a whole lot of people here. Yet again, you see this woman and this man here with this child. They walking out of this engagement, this gathering, this party, this wherever with this child. And look, I want you to pay attention. You see how this woman and this man is walking out with this child? They're abducting this child. But do you see these people back here looking at them as they're walking out with this child? They know what's going on. They know what's going on. That's what's happening, y'all. Spirit, clarify this family room and this gift. Pleasure seekers do shit for their own amusement, their own enjoyment, their own liking, ill will, desire, benefit, or whatever. This was going to benefit them to hand these kids over, to surrender these kids. Okay? Yeah. They allowed them to be stolen here with thieves. These children were abducted. And they're being imprisoned by these false persons. I keep seeing death here. This could be what this wealthy man is worried about here. The death of one of these children. He could be concerned or could be worried because maybe when this child died, they panicked and tossed this child to the curb or to the side or something. Whatever they did with this dead child could link back to them, or it leaves evidence or something like that, or whatever. What's going on, Spirit? Got waiting here. There's people who waiting on these children to arrive to their next destination, and there's people who waiting to get their money. This shit is sick. That's what's going on here, y'all. Look at this. Foe and service. These foes. A foe is somebody who's an enemy, who's an opponent. Service is somebody who's working for someone, helping someone, doing a job for someone. These ops was working for someone. They did this for money. That's what's going on here, y'all. And it's an emphasis on children. All of these are children, y'all. These aren't even teenagers. I don't think any of them are teenagers. Not that I see. These are all kids they're all kids, like they're all babies, like from maybe toddler. Like these are little tots, okay? Like 2, 3, 4. I believe they all walking, but they're like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They might not be no more than 8. Somewhere between 2 and 8. I mean, but there's a possibility that some could be a little bit more than that. But from what I can see, especially the one that I personally was like close enough to see snatched up, this girl would know more than about somewhere between 3 and 5. And she was handed over by this woman. I don't know if these motherfuckers are some cluckers, is they on drugs, or they just doing this for money to hit licks or shit. But it's like they do this all the time. It's like even if they ain't giving up their own children or some shit like that, they go and find other people. It seems like they go and find other people to be cool with, friends with, lovers with, or something, and scheme up some type of way to get their kids to come up. They go out and find kids, scout for kids that's easy to abduct and shit. That's what they do. And these are very sons of bitches that's like, could you imagine having a friend or a lover who sets you and your child up for your child to come up missing? And then when you find out about it, when tragedy strike, they help you. They are part of the search party looking for your child with you, and they know all on like a little crisis act and shit. Y'all, that's what's going on. That's what's happening. This says family, abundance, community. Child. These are children. And these people are just like, they in on this shit. This is absurd, y'all. At the bottom of the deck, I seen babysitters. Some of these kids could have been with some type of babysitter when this happened. I also see blood sacrificing family, lovers, and friends for money. This is crazy, y'all. Let's see what other messages we get here. Spirit, are there any other messages? Innocence. I'm telling you, these are babies, bruh. Innocence that has been stolen. And it's so interesting, y'all. I'm writing this short story right now. I don't know if I'm making a short story or a book. That's like literally in my title. I'm not going to tell you the rest of the title, but stolen innocence is a part of the title. I'm actually in the process of writing 2 different things. One of them is a book and one is a short story thus far. But the other one is going to be pretty mind-blowing too. I'm not going to tell y'all about that one as of yet. That's what's going on here. It's a stolen innocence here. Money. Abundance. This is what this shit is done for. Spirit, any other messages? We got truth here. This could also be something that they're in concern about. Some type of truth may come out about what's going on here, what has happened here. Because there's a lot of kids that come up missing at one time, especially if they all came up missing from the same area. I also see breaking free at the bottom of the deck. Somebody might break free or get free or something like that. But with all these kids being so small, we got hope here, breaking free, hope, light, move forward. With them all being so small, you know, it's like if they got away, how fast could they run? You know what I'm saying? Versus if this was an older person or a teenager, you know, they'd be running for their damn life to get away if they could break free from, you know, whatever's going on. That's what's happening here, y'all. Spirit, any other messages? Any other messages? So we got the travel time, dude. Okay, road trip. They're on the road. They on the road. They're on the highway right now. They're not even on residential streets, roads now. They are on the highway. Getting up out of state fast, quick, in a hurry. Time is money. Okay? These are money hungry gold diggers. These children were trafficked for money. We got my my secret hidden treasure island card here. The Ace of Swords and the Moon card is on here. Some type of truth or clarity is going to come out about something that was hidden or secret or was supposed to be kept secret here. This talks about trafficking, shipping operations, prostitution, the sex trade, money here. Some type of truth or clarity is going to come out, and it could be what this wealthy man is in concern about, what these other people are worried about. Now regretting and feeling guilty here, and some type of grief and judgment here. We got the pizza card here. It talks about human trafficking, prostitution, child sex rings. Okay? Child abuse. Spirit, what else is going on here? What else is going on? Got some things are best kept secret. Don't ask, don't tell. See no evil, hear no evil, speak of no evil. There's been people who has been forced into silence, told not to say a word. But something is going to come out anyway. Something's going to be found out anyway. After all, these children have to be reported missing, even with them lying and playing their role like they having a clue as to what happened or what went on here. Okay. But somebody's trying to keep something hidden, keep something secret here. But there's gossip and rumors that's going around about this, about what happened. Yeah, these children have been orphaned here. They're traffic victims now. They've been kidnapped for money. A major tower is about to collapse, though. There's about to be a sudden upheaval that's about to happen all of a sudden out the blue here. This is major disruptions that's about to happen. Major destructions, major deceptions, tragedies, chaos here, okay? My attention is brought to death here. One of these children died. One or more of these children died, and I feel like they just dumped this child. I feel like they panicked and they just dumped this child. Instead of like concealing the body somewhere, they could have just dumped this child. And what's going to draw more attention to it is because whoever this child is may have been reported missing. But then when they find this child, like say if this child was just discarded on the side of the road or something somewhere, they're going to find this child dead. They're going to do autopsy and investigate and different things like that or whatever. Maybe look at surveillance and all of the kind of stuff in the area and different things like that or what have you. And they're probably going to get hits on vehicles and certain facial recognition systems and different things that they have or whatever. Some type of truth or clarity is going to come out about something that's hidden secret, and it's going to make a major tower collapse here, okay? Because it's going to link to the rest of these children who are abducted and what's really going on here. Yeah. And because of this, there may be a completion of a cycle, okay? Something may come to an end. Yeah. Spirit, what else is going on here? Somebody's doing heavy spell work around this situation. Yeah. A lot of people dealing with some trouble in the mind right now. These is kids, bro. My attention keep being brought to kids. Some of these kids are not even school age. Okay? Some of these kids are not even older than 8 if they are school age. These kids, you don't even go to school till you're 5. They're dealing with trouble in the mind, disappointment, sadness, depressions, anxieties, loss, stress, problems, worry, concern. My attention is being drawn. I got a lot of things on this card. My attention is being drawn to money, to kids, family, money, work. It's a lot of shit going on because a lot of things going to pop off. I see keep your distance here. And I also see the cold-blooded killer card here. One of the traffickers, this person is a cold-blooded killer. They may have caused this child's death on purpose, being too rough with them or doing something to them. But this person is a cold-blooded killer. And somebody need to keep their distance. Yeah. This cold-blooded killer here, we got the 10 of Cups here. So we know whole families is involved in these children. These families know what's going on with these children coming up missing. They willingly gave this child to whoever this cold-blooded killer is a trafficker. But these children know here. Keep your distance. Look, high priestess, secret knowledge, secret information, occultic knowledge. I'm telling you, the powers that be know what's going on with this shit. They know what's going on with it. Ain't nothing this massive, ain't nothing that massive going on, and the powers that be don't know about it. I'm inclined to believe that they likely to know about it before it even occur. Spirit, what else is going on here? Any other messages I need to share with the collective, Spirit? Any other messages? Sorry guys, I'm looking at this other deck here, okay? I didn't mean to be silent that long. I know y'all like, what the hell is going on? Spirit, what else is going on? So we have here Deep Dark Sea Mermaid here. Look how this child has been dolled up. Like you don't understand what I'm saying? It's like she's got nothing on practically. Oh my God. This says find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness here. So something about this situation may be found in some unknown places. Something may be found in darkness here. Whichever one of these children that died, you might find this child half naked, if not naked. Whoever died was tossed aside somewhere. I keep getting that. They could have like literally tossed this child out the vehicle on the side of the road. They didn't put forth any effort to conceal the body or anything. This child is like naked or half naked or something. It's going to be looking just like how this is my Alice in Wonderland deck. She's going to be laid out like this is the ground, and it's dark out when she's discovered, when she's found here. Spirit, any other messages I need to share? Any other messages I need to share with the collective? Any other messages, Spirit? This says strange companions in stranger places. These traffickers are strangers to these children, but who they were willingly giving up by, these were people closest to them that they should have been able to trust, that should have loved them and cared about them. Strange companions in stranger places. This talks about challenges. Spirit say use your imagination, okay? Some type of challenges is going to arise in this situation. Spirit say use your imagination. Perhaps it's a message to the detectives or individuals that's going to be looking into this. What is this? Quetzalcoatl? This is the priestess of time here, but this says the time has come, the time to act now. So this is a major situation that's happened. Spirit is saying the time has come, and it's time for y'all to act now, to find these children, to get to the bottom of this. Okay, bottom of the deck, it says bats and the belfry. You can achieve great things. Okay? That's what's going on here. One of these children, the child that died, is going to be found. They discarded this child somewhere. This child may be found. She's going to be found out in nature, outside. Either naked or half naked. On the ground. And it's going to be nighttime when she is found. It may happen around midnight or something. Because remember we had that midnight card that came out. That's what's going on here, guys. I gotta get about this energy. This is sad. This is really sad. Spirit, are there any other messages? Okay, guys, I thank you all for listening and for watching. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is Shine Bright Like a Diamond 36 with an underscore between each word. Yeah, one of these children definitely died. Definitely. Transformation here. Transformation doesn't happen until a death happens. Okay? It's like literally death, transformation, then rebirth. Okay? Yeah. Deception and envy here. So there's a lot of deception and envy about the situation here. We got temptation here. This is like seeing the devil in the traditional tarot deck. So addictions, addictive patterns of behavior, temptations, toxicity, bad habits, sinister, evil, wicked, dark, demonic. Somebody may have had their way, and y'all know what I mean when I say that. With this child, that's how they ended up dead. But they're going to be discarded, like they're nothing. Spirit, what else is going on here? What else do we need to know? I keep seeing something about goals, reaching a goal. It's like whoever they're working for, whoever this wealthy man that these people involved are working for or sold out to, he wanted a certain amount. Like he wanted a large number. Like these people that sold out to him or whatever, like they can be all scattered out. They can be in different states, different areas. He won't, it's like they had to reach a quota. He wanted a certain amount of children missing and delivered to him or wherever they're supposed to be delivered to by a certain day and a certain time. Something about some type of goal. Truth here. Some type of truth or clarity is going to come out about what's going on here, y'all. Yeah, but this situation is definitely going to cause some major conflict and defeat. And that's the reason why these people that's involved, okay, they in some type of worry and regret, okay, and guilt and grief now because judgment is coming down on their ass. Judgment is coming down on their ass, okay, because this is causing some major conflict here. This is way too many children going missing at one time. But I feel like what's going to bust it wide open, as heartbreaking as it is for this child here to have died, this child dying and being found may lead to lead to these other children. Like may connect the dots with other missing children and where they're at and how to locate them, and whatever. Or to certain suspects or whatever. But yeah, this conflict and defeat that is happening is because of this sacrifice here, okay? Because of this death here, this sacrifice here. All these children were sacrificed, whether they're still alive or dead here, okay? They all were sacrificed. And look at that, trapped in fear. These kids are trapped in fear. They're scared to death. These are babies. No telling how they're being treated, talked to, left unfed, like whatever, like ugh. That's what's going on here, y'all. For those of you who would like to donate to the channel, you can do so through CASHAPP, which is $tipdiamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. Anything helps, guys, okay? So I greatly appreciate it. As always, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that's lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep, watch surroundings and the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. And real quick, guys, the thing that I was telling you about in the dream when I was saying that I looked on the clipboard or the paper that the chick had that came in and was like, I need 2 more. It said either like River City, River Water, or River Lake or something like that or whatever. But like I told you, that's not, I knew it wasn't here where I'm from, like where I'm at, because I've never heard of anything like that, okay? We have a area that's called rock water, but this is like a living area, like where they're like some newer homes and apartments and different things that have been built in that area. But this was like River something, River City, I believe it was River City, River Water, River Lake, something like that, or whatever. And for some reason, I knew where it was in my dream. And I was getting ready to go there before it pissed me off with the child. I'm like, no, don't make her do something she don't want to do. Because the girl was screaming so bad. But I was also thinking to myself, because the girl was so little, I'm like, why in the hell would you allow a baby this small to go with the big kids to an outing, like to a pool? Like this was either like a pool, I don't know, like a community center or a pool place or something that's called that, or it could be like a water park type of thing. You know how the water parks kind of set up like amusement parks, but it's a water park where a bunch of different swimming things that they could do and different things like that or whatever. We used to have a place here called that. It was called Wild River Country. And it was a water park or whatever, but there's other, they may have some type of water parks in other states or whatever, but this place was called like River something is what I read on the thing, what I heard. And it was like, for some reason, I knew it wasn't here. It's somewhere else, but it's called like River something, River City, River Water, River whatever. But it's either like a swimming hole, swimming pool. It's some type of place where people go swimming or what have you. But it may be a water park or something like that or what have you. Perhaps when these kids were taking, especially if they was taken somewhere and they were supposed to be going on some type of outing or field trip or something like that, they may have been taken from that place. And that's the reason why I came back on to tell y'all that real quick, because if these kids were taken from like either their summer program or daycare center or even from home or what have you, the thing that the chick had said something about river something, and I like somehow I knew in the dream that this was some type of swimming place. This is where people went swimming, and she was so tiny and little. Usually outings like that would be reserved for like the bigger kids, like the kids that can swim or the teenagers and the different things like that or whatever. You wouldn't take the real small tiny children like that. Even in the summer program to an event like that, not unless they had like a kiddie section for, which most water parks do or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to come back on and say that whatever that place is that I seen, just in case they were actually taken from there, this is some type of, it's either a water park or it's some type of place, some type of pool or place where people go and go swimming at. Okay, I'm not sure what state it's in, but I know it's not here, because even with the water park that we used to have called Wild River Country, it's not even open anymore. So it couldn't be here. And the other water places and pool places we have, it's not called that, or whatever. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to come back on and let you all know that, just in case this has already happened or is about to happen. If these kids, if there's something, if y'all hear something where several kids or a group of kids or a couple kids, even if it was just one child that comes up missing from like a pool area or a water park or some type of field trip or outing that they were on with a daycare or a summer program or something like that or what have you, I'm telling you, y'all, the people that the family is in on it, and the people that was responsible for them, the babysitters or the teachers or the people who was responsible for them, they willingly gave them up. It's a whole setup. They all in on it. The family and whoever was in charge of looking after those children at the time, because these children was like given away. It wasn't like they was just snatched up by some random stranger lurking around looking to grab somebody's kids. These kids, it was a whole setup. These kids were given away. They were taken, they were somewhere at a specific time, specific day, and they were purposely abandoned, neglected. They was purposely given to whomever the trafficker, whoever was to take them, drive off with them. Okay? So I just wanted to come and tell y'all that real quick, just in case this is heard about and it makes sense to anybody, maybe where you from, there's some type of water park or pool area or something that's called something. I believe it starts with river though. It's like River City, River Water, River Lake or something like that or whatever. But it's some type of swimming hole, swimming pool, or water park or something like that. Okay, guys. Peace, love, and light. Namaste.